Say hi to my husband. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Danny Taylor and today we're going to be doing a video of first impressions. A lot of these I either got from a recent trip to Ulta or I ordered it online from Ulta and let them all kind of come in at the same time. So now we're going to try them out. Some things are a little older and have been on the market and I just haven't gotten a chance to try them, and some of them are new and either have some hype behind them or a little bit of controversy. If you'll stay tuned, you get to see how I did this look today and what products I tried out and what I think of them. So thank you so much for joining me and let's get started. For starters, we are going to use the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. I've heard amazing things about it from several of my favorite people to watch here on YouTube, and I've got pores for days. So I have been looking forward to getting into this. I always use some kind of pore filling primer, and I've heard this one's gonna be even better. So warming it up on my fingertips a little bit. I'm sorry if it drives you crazy that my mirror is over here. I have to see my face. Is anyone else's least favorite part of doing their makeup putting on primer? Because it looks like you're rubbing in nothing except for the fact that, you know, like velvetizes your face. But looks like you're just rubbing your face and pressing and scraping and moving. But I just don't think there's a good way to get this done, you know? Okay, now I am completely poreless, pretty much. I can already tell you that I really love this. I knew I would. There's not a lot of Tarte products that I don't like. I know they're kind of in trouble for this recent foundation launch of theirs, which will kind of make you sad because we're also going to try it. They have put out a few new shades, though still not enough, but they have put out a few more. So it was finally released at Ulta. I've been watching it like a hawk, and I stopped in yesterday, and I'm pretty sure that was the first day it went live in stores finally, at least in my local one. So went ahead and picked it up. I am super pale, so I got Porcelain. I got it in Hydrating because I do have very dry skin, especially like up around the brows, underneath my eyes, tops of my cheeks. Part of my chin gets really dry, and especially like right here. So I figured it would be worth a shot. I have so many matte foundations anyways that it was kind of time to try something new. So I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna have as much coverage, but it's probably gonna be pretty buildable, so we'll find out together. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids. I don't really have a new one, so I'm just using the regular Urban Decay Original Eyelid Potion. But I like to do it before I do anything else because it does kind of neutralize the tones of your eyelid. And I'll forget if I don't do it now. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the Tarte foundation. It has a similar applicator to the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Let's go ham, shall we? This will also be a good test of the coverage just because I have like this red demon chilling down here. And I'm not gonna bother color correcting it. I'm gonna use a beauty blender. From what I have seen, most people, when they get it in the PR, they were being suggested to use the beauty blender type sponge that comes with the Tarte Foundation PR package. So I'm gonna use my off-brand beauty blender because I'm not gonna pay $20 for a sponge I'm gonna throw out a month from now. This is the Real Techniques version of the beauty blender. It is damp. And I'm gonna beat my face to the God, because to me there's only one. First thoughts, the shade kind of matches my paleness, so I'm not angry. It is definitely not full coverage. I don't have so much going on today that I'm concerned with a full face of like full coverage. If that was going to work today, sure. To me, at least from what I'm seeing here and a little bit in my mirror, it makes my face look a lot more fresh. It isn't that matte thing that I'm so used to, so it's a little different. I'm sorry, y'all are just gonna have to ignore my crazy hair. It just does not care today, does it? Next, I'm going to conceal under the eyes. We are going to try the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage High Cover Concealer. This is also from Ulta. I think I got this one online because it's not in stores. This is in the shade 005 Light Neutral. And I kind of do like a starburst triangle. I don't want it like so completely caked in there. And I know I always lose foundation in my nose, so I'm just gonna pop some extra in there. I've also heard great things about this. I've been excited to add it to my arsenal and give it a shot. It's still blending out good enough to where I can blend it into the foundation, even though concealer is definitely more coverage than just a hydrating foundation. Sorry, I have to beat it into my fat freaking nose. Okay, and that is our base in all of its pale glory. Crazy Bake is on. I've done my other under eyes, and I also do kind of like my smile lines right here. They always cake up, especially when I spend all day talking to clients. So always throw something in right there. So I guess while we bake, we will go on to brows. What I got doesn't have a spoolie, so if you see me using this little, I believe it's a Wonder Brow. Yeah, Wonder 2 brow thing. That is what it is. It is definitely time for a wax. I'm gonna have to hook myself up shortly. So just ignore how crazy they are. I like to brush mine down first, and then do the top, brush them up, do the bottom. So what I'm trying today is the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Brow Contour. I have it in the shade Ash Brown down here, and then I guess medium beige is what they call the highlight. Probably gonna be too dark for me to actually do under my brows, but I guess we'll try before I do the underside. Gonna do this, not gonna make you watch all of it because I get really close and I make a lot of faces. But I'll let you see at least the beginning part. Using my spoolie, I'm gonna brush them up. And this is a first impression, so I guess I'll use this highlighter shade. It's kind of like a apricot color. Don't think it's gonna highlight it the way I want to, so I'll probably end up going back and adding a highlight, but no. Okay, so the highlight that comes with it is kind of a bust, at least for me. It's super creamy, which is probably nice, I guess, if you want it to be like that, but for me at least, I prefer it to be a lot more of a brightening color. For me, it's too close. I just have naturally dark brown hair anyways, and then I have it dark purple right now, so no sense in me having a light brown brow. I need this ashy or darker color. I will say having it there is kind of good for if you've messed up a little bit, to like use it to help blend out the edge there. Then I just kind of fill in all the crazy. While I don't go for a very natural brow, I do still like it to be a little softer up towards the front. Not so much so that like you can see each individual hair stroke, but I don't quite get in there as hard. So what I do for the front part, since I don't want it quite as blocked off, but I still like the softness, I'll just use a little spoolie and brush the product out some, which thankfully this does correctly. I'm sorry, I have to get so close to the mirror. And that is gonna be that brow. I'll come back with the second one done in just a second. Let's ignore that I kind of look like a crazy person, but there are both brows. It's a little darker than what I would like, but we can make it work, especially since my hair, it's already crazy, so let's just embrace it, okay? It's definitely a lot creamier than what I'm used to when it comes to a pencil. I like it a little harder and more precise, kind of like this Precisely My Brow from Benefit. Amazing pencil. So a lot more creamy without the control of like using a pomade with an angled brush, kind of like that is normally what I would use, but it will do. I don't hate it. It is definitely gonna be good for those like quick days where I just need to go. Except for today, it wasn't quick because it got a little crazy because I was getting used to it. But now that I know how to use it, it's gonna be good for one of those quick grab and go, need to get my eyebrows done real quick type days. Next, I guess we'll move on to eyes. I don't really have an idea of what I wanna do today. There is a dog butt. I don't really know what I wanna do with eyes today, but we are going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's no longer new, no longer has as much of excitement, but it's still a very beautiful looking palette. I mean, do you see it? Do you see it? There are options, and I've yet to use it. It's just kind of been sitting here looking at me. I usually do something very much so in like the red warm family, like Naked Heat is one of my favorite palettes currently. I don't want to go so crazy that I'm down here in the teals and blues and purples. So I might for once go for like the bronze goddess, almost natural kind of look. So let's see how we do. I will be the first person to tell you that I am no makeup artist. So for starters, we'll go into this lighter shade. Doesn't look like it's completely matte, but it's not a shimmer. So we're gonna use it as kind of like our base. And I'm gonna tap to make sure that I get as much pigment and that softness in there. For me personally, I like a matte eyeshadow, typically almost white or just kind of a lighter color to be my base. So I kind of am sad that there's not a matte shadow in the lighter realm down here to use as my, I guess, base and almost transition shade. There is like a matte in the more brown beige color, but I'm really pale and I like to stick with the paleness, make some brightness around the front of my eyes. So a little bummed that there's not one for that, but it is a pretty color and it'll give me a little bit of shine and shimmer, so I'm not gonna argue too terribly much. Now that I've complained about not having a good light shade for transitioning, I'm gonna use the one that I said would be the closest. It's this matte, light, orange brown color. I'm gonna focus that mostly on my crease. Does anyone else get in like really weird positions when they're doing this? Like the soft angle, where I look like I'm trying to go to sleep, but someone's like poking my eye. No, just me. Fine. This feels so foreign to me using these brown colors, but today I'm gonna use this. It's a more almost ashier, not completely, but a little ashier. Tap it off because I'm noticing that these are pretty pigmented, which is great, but I'm bad about picking up too much and then having to get rid of a lot. I'm gonna focus this one more like on the outer V here, and then blend it into the other shade that I put in. So I just kind of gave that a little bit of a flick, nothing too terribly crazy, and then blended it up into the crease. That side is doing a lot nicer than the other side. I kind of want to go pretty simple today, so I'm liking how that is looking. I'm just going to bring this a little further forward. I don't normally bring a darker color this far forward, but I want to add just a little bit of depth. My husband might not recognize me with this kind of makeup. So the darker one there is kind of something I would normally go with. This one's a little too dark, I think, for the softness I want to go with today. So we're gonna go with this more champagne-y color here. I'm gonna go a little old-fashioned and just use my finger and get in here. So it's gonna be this one right here. And I'm going to press it onto that lid. And then because I just love how a brush kind of softens everything up and finishes it, I'm going to take my clean blending brush, dip it in there, dust off the extra, and kind of wiggle it back and forth between where the darker shade meets and this lighter shade. Maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but I like it today. A little bit of softness, a little bit of natural without being my crazy smoky red flaming ridiculousness that I do. So I'm not angry about it. There's enough shades in there to where I can get stuff done. If I want to go crazy, I can get into these like pool party and twerk colors and go a little brighter and bolder. But then there's also lots of neutrals, which I might actually start using now. Lots of those chrome, velvety type colors that are really beautiful. I'm not angry about it. I have to finish everything off with a little bit of eyeliner. So today I'm gonna try the Essence Superfine eyeliner pen. And this I can't do without getting into my mirror, so sorry. And then I'm gonna follow the general shape of the angle that I made here with my eyeshadow. It's making me mad. I don't feel like fighting with it right now. So I'm gonna go in with my tried and true chested. It's the Stilla Stay All Day liner in Intense Black. I just don't feel like fighting with it today. I'm sure the Essence eyeliner is usually fine. It's honestly been sitting in my drawer for a while. It was recommended. I decided when I was at Ulta one day to just pick it up. It's like $3, so why not? So it has been sitting there for a while. I did open it and draw on the back of my hand once, so I had let in some air and it's probably just dried up and I don't feel like fighting with it today. There's a hair tickling my face. Not today, Satan. Not today. So for mascara, I'm going to try the Urban Decay Troublemaker. I got it in just the trial size because honestly, I have a mascara that I use on a regular basis that I love. Found it. Honestly, I have a mascara that I already love, but I wanted to just give it a try. I mean, it's in beautiful purple, bluey, green colored packaging. I love it. Since I'm not going to be putting on false eyelashes today, I figured it would not hurt to give them a little curl. Okay, let's give it a shot. Will I be buying it again? Probably not. I don't like the brush. The formula is probably great, but I can't get past the brush. I don't want that brush on my lower lashes. I feel like it's just gonna stab me. This is not my favorite mascara, but I keep it around for my bottom lashes. I put a little hook in it because I literally use it just for my bottom lashes. For contour, I don't really have anything new to try. I'm pretty sure this is the Revolution Pro Contour Palette. The writing did not stay very well. I haven't even had it that long, but it's okay. Let's give the girl a cheekbone. Yeah. What if I just left it like that? Give the girl a cheek. Well, it worked. She sees a bird and a squirrel. You wanna have a have? I'm still not huge on contouring the rest of my face, but I do like to dust just a little bit up here because your girl's got a 5 head, okay? I'm honest with myself. Setting spray, again, we're with NYX. This is the matte finish, long-lasting setting spray. I was kind of doing just a quick grab because I've already got a favorite. It's the Urban Decay All Nighter. Who doesn't love it? I've also got the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 that I've tried. All Nighter still wins, so it'll be going away after this probably. And now we set. Smells kind of similar to the Urban Decay. Does anyone else think that the Urban Decay smells like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? For highlight, we're going back to NYX. It is the Love You So Mochi. It is in the, let's see what it's called. Arcade Glam. I can get with that. I met my husband on Xbox, for those that don't know. So we are gaming nerds, so I'm down with something about arcades. I'm gonna use this lighter shade here in my little highlighting brush. Please be magical. You look magical. I'm gonna go ham. I don't care. I'm gonna get in there. Going just a little harder in there because it does feel like one of those where it has like a layer that you have to get beyond. So I'm breaking down that layer. Your girl does not go soft, okay? I want the Lord to see my cheeks. Since I'm already a little bit out of my comfort zone, why not make it worse? we're gonna stick with NYX apparently. I've just went through my lipsticks and I'm trying to go through the ones I haven't used before. So it's the NYX Lingerie in Teddy. Since I'm already out of my comfort zone on the natural eyes, let's just make it worse and put on a dark nudie lipstick that I'm not used to. Thank you guys so much for joining me and for watching. This was my first impression of all of these products. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you come back for the next one. Be sure to please subscribe, comment, talk to me down below, and let's get to know each other a little bit. Let me know what you want to see, and I will see you next week. Bye!